9-1 co-favourite, so we've got a clear favourite once again, and 9-1 bar him. As I was saying, that Sparkling Boy, if he came back to that Air Gold Cup form, another one that's got a great chance. And as John Hamner said, any one really of the 30 runners has a great chance. Great Eastern 10-1 from 12-1. I can see Great Eastern, despite having to carry 9-11, running a great race in the dark colours with the spots. Touch Boy or Bracadale about to go into stall 23. Bracadale with Philip Robinson in the saddle. Another one with a great chance, trained at Newmarket by Robert Armstrong. He's a last start winner. He's only got 8 stone to carry. He's on a really good handicap mark, I would say. And Philip Robinson really riding at the top of his form. And if he should oblige for Philip, that'll be his 24th winner of the season. Lindsay with Tony McGlone in the saddle. Touch Boy 7-1, still clear favourite. Celestial Dancer at 9-1. Gambler's Dream 10-1, with Great Eastern also 10-1. 14-1 bar those 4. This is the view that we'll be seeing in another half minute or so. This is the scene that we'll see that Peter will have to pick up with that splash of colour of the 30 runners hurtling down the straight 6 furlongs here, and how he does it, my goodness, I'll never know, because they're virtually in a line, and after they've run about half a furlong, you're seeing a lot of the jockeys trying to tuck their mounts in, find something to follow, to drag them along for the first 4 furlongs, and then having to fight for an opening. There's number 21. This is Denmore. He'll be going into stall 22. And I think the high numbers have got an advantage here because the ground's riding fast. And when the ground is riding fast, the high numbers seem to hold that advantage. Richard Fox. Richard bidding for his 8th winner of the season. Denmore just getting a little warm. Great Eastern 12-1, 4th favourite from 10s as Denmore goes into stall 22. A lot of these horses will be feeling it now. They'll just begin to shift in the stalls. The jockeys now will be trying to settle them down, relax them, save all their energy. And the ones that are getting the benefit of this are the ones that are still outside the stalls. Let's have another look at the favourites. Touch Boy 7-1 favourite. Celestial Dancer 9-1. Gambler's Dream on 10s. Great Eastern 12s. 14-1 bar those 4. That's Gambler's Dream about to go in. I think there's only 2 more to go, so why don't we join Peter O'Sullivan for this exciting race.
Thank you, Jimmy. Yes, just 2 to go. Milk of the Barley. There's Milk of the Barley going in. They're not for show, and that's it. They're all installed. Under starters' orders. That's Lindsay nearest to us. It's kind of a Jim, and they're away. Fast break towards the right by Soba, towards the very far right of the picture as we see them breast the rise. It's Soba towards the right, one of the early leaders, with Ferryman right up with him too, and Gavitat just in behind them. And also running very fast is Mummy's Pleasure, all towards the right of the picture, and it's the right of the picture leading, with Soba in the lead. Soba from Mummy's Pleasure and Gavitat. Jacinta's in the lead over on in the centre of the course, with right upsides Primula Boy, and over on the far left it's Lindsay from Sylvan Barbarossa and Denmore, and Pagapas Bay also well there. But on the right, it's Soba in the lead. Soba from Mummy's Pleasure. Cyril's Choice making good progress. Gavitat in the centre. Jacinta, Pagapas Bay in the centre of the course. Over on the far side, it's Lindsay, Sylvan Barbarossa. Then comes Denmore and Touch Boy. And Lester Pickett over on the far side, producing a run now. And Bracadale coming there also over on the far side. But on the near side, it's Soba with a very commanding advantage as they race down towards the furlong pole. It's Soba being pressed over on the far side by Bracadale. Celestial Dancer coming there fast on the far side, but Soba has made every yard of the running, and as they race to the line, Soba has won it. Bracadale is second, Celestial Dancer is third, and Mummy's Pleasure is 4, and those are the 1, 2, 3, 4 in the Stewards Cup. The clear 1, 2, 3, 4 with Piancourt last. Yes, Soba made every yard of the running in amazing style, jumping out of stall number 1. Young David Nichols jumped off and from the outset made every yard to win it. From, for me, Bracadale second, Celestial Dancer third. So, the winner, number 18, Soba, owned by Mr. M. Hills, trained by David Chapman at York and ridden by David Nichols. Second was number 24, Bracadale, owned by Mr. F.J. Crouch, trained by Robert Armstrong and ridden by Philip Robinson. And is the judge going to name a photograph, or is he going to confirm my impression that it's Celestial Dancer? Yes, he confirms the view that Celestial Dancer, number 13, owned by Dr. R.K. Gunn, trained by Tony Hyde and ridden by Edward Hyde, was third. Fourth for me was number 29, Mummy's Pleasure. There's confirmation of the outcome. First, number 18, Soba. Second, number 24, Bracadale. Third, number 13, Celestial Dancer. Well, just look again how this filly, who's come back from an arthritic complaint, from a muscular complaint, what a tribute to her physiotherapist. Just look how she blazed the trail and stayed on to win the Stewards Cup as we review it with Julian Wilson.
Well, I heard Edward Hyde saying on the way out he was drawn on the wrong side, and so it is, because Celestial Dancer there with a red cap on the far side, way back at this point, but just starting a run under Edward Hyde. But all the way, Soba had been in front, and already is under strong pressure from David Nicholls, but is 2 or 3 lengths clear. Also there with the white colours and the black hoop is Mummy's Pleasure, who's run such a good race on the stand side. But who would have expected to see the Stewards Cup won on fast ground by a horse running on the stand side? Soba is clear. Now Celestial Dancer, one off the rails on the far side, has got through and is coming with a storming run. And there in the black colours with the white spots, that's Bracadale, who just for a moment looked as though he might get up on the far side. But David Nicholls wasn't going to let the chance slip, and this filly, who looked really marvellous in the paddock and walking out, strongly kept running by David Nicholls, makes almost certainly every yard of the running to gain a really memorable win in the Stewards Cup. Bracadale, back on the course where he had his first run ever and was second that day, is second again in the hands of Philip Robinson, and Celestial Dancer's run a marvellous race to be third. But the winner has won by 2.5 lengths.
And there she is, the 2.5 lengths winner at 18 to 1. 2.5 lengths having also separated second and third. There's Edward Hyde just up ahead of her on Celestial Dancer. Not Edward's lucky race. He's been second in it 4 times, and today, as he said beforehand, fearing that he'd been drawn the wrong side, this colt has to be covered up, and he was just not getting a lead to the line, as he would have, of course, if he'd been drawn over the side of the filly Soba. But whether he'd have collared her, that's another question. She was shouldering a £5 penalty for a recent success, had a marvellous season, only one recent failure,